From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today we continue on with John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend, and we have got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New York Jets. There's Nick Falk ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First carry of the game now for the Texas Super Squad, Bijan Robinson. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon. Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Back to Robinson now on first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
What I continually hear from running backs and offensive linemen is how often they're actually getting together to watch film so they can get in sync with each other, understand blocking patterns better, how a running back likes to cut, what he wants to do. And, boy, it all came together on that one.
That's one where they watch that and say, hey, we did everything we were supposed to do right there.
That looked like the play we drew up and designed, and then we got to see it unfold in real time.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
And looking to throw, Penix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to him.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's more on the return. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. looking to put a drive together.
Ready. Black 40. Ready.
They start the drive with a give to Allen. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Red 38.
From the gun, here's Rackle. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
60 red. 60 ready.
To the air is Rattler. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Kicks away as he angles this one for the sideline. And certainly not the greatest of punts there. This will get out of bounds right at their own 40-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, you talk about this Jets defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And a good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
That's a very nice game there. Confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Hey, smash.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Looking to throw, Penix. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
At the 23-yard line.
Robinson on a give right side. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside. And he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
They'll throw with Penix. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40.
Okay,
Good starting
right.
position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Set, hut. Yellow, 43. Set, hut.
A give running right is Hall. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
10 black. Set.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
2nd and 10.
The Jets at 1 and 10 now on the year. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
Red, 38. Ready.
Here's Rattler. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Set, ready. 50, green. Ready.
Now Rattler. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go. Black 40. Set, go.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
45, White.
Rattler wants to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. And Rattler, he'll throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Wait for this. Swear I'm leaving the city if y'all don't score.
Ready, ready. Yellow, fight, 60. Let's go. Yellow, 22. Set.
They'll try to run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. After 7-0 on EA Sports. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll run again here with Robinson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Early down steps to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Here's Penix. And that will be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Returning it is Moore. Oh, what a juke into space. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Red, 38. Ready?
They run it with James. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
15 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
33, yellow. Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Able to fight through 1 tackle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 10 more there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
50, green.
On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Right.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Down. Watch 10, black. Set.
Play action. Now Rattler. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. They begin the drive with Robinson to the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Option play. Here's Robinson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 19 Lion.
Now Penix. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Ready up.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready. 52 blue. Set.
Throwing is Rattler. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Ready.
They're going to look to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
Yellow, 43. Hut, hut.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken right around the 44. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A play fake. Now Penix. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To the air, Penix. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Okay.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Let's go now.
And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
Ready?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Cut. 33, yellow. Ready?
From the shotgun, Rattler. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go now.
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Ready, set.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Set up.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
They'll run for it with Algier. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go.
Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
1st and 10
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
38.
He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. James Pierce in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
22.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Let's go. 70-10.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Bradley Pinion.
10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slope if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit. All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Straight ahead is Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 50 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
45, White. Set.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU.
Yellow,
well done.
43. Ready.
Off the play fake, it's Rattler. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Hut.
Rattler working out of the gun. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 25-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Ready. Block 40. Ready.
Here's James. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Blue 32. Ready.
On play action. Rattler. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Higgins. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Elijah Higgins from 8 yards out. And the Jets have come back within a score. Extra point up and good by Falk. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Falk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
And looking to throw, Penix. He's got his man, London, right side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw, Penix. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Let's go.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
A 41-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 2nd and 10.
50. Green. 10.
They'll give to Hall. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
3rd and 9 here.
Set. Hut. Yellow, 43. Hut.
To the air is Rattler. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll throw with Penix. Here's a screen for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Penix. They'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line.
17 yards.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Ready? Nike 18.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the 4th.
19.
They'll run with Robinson. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow. And this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go. Cougar 19.
Again, it'll be Robinson. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13.
Jets 7. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now Rattler. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Red, 38. Cut.
Here's Rattler. It's Wilson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Come on, set. Black, 95. Hut.
To the air once more is Rattler. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Yellow, 22. Set.
Out of the gun, they run him home. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
From the gun, here's Rattler. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Ready?
They'll go. Here's Rattler. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
Is a turnover on downs.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Let's go now.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Operating from the gun, Penix. Over the middle, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Ready up.
Second down and a yard.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Let's go.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take it into the end zone rather than deal with him again on a likely carry on this down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Robinson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, Shaq. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Robinson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. We'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
On the jump.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
Robinson again. And this time he is in for a Falcon touchdown. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
The Falcons will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score is 27. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Here we go.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Now he's going to step up and run. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here we go. Here we go. 33, yellow.
Rattler wants to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
10 block.
From the shotgun, Rattler. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Give to Algier out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Carter straight ahead. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
On first down, right back to Carter. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Shut up. 19, Charger, 19.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 9. Robinson. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. It's another one that keeps them moving forward.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Here we go. Yellow, 20, hut.
Ball again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. 3rd and 8.
Let's go now. Check,
Paul will give up the middle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for the Falcons, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.